For those who aren't familiar with the way that it goes, the Poppin Questions Podcast works like this. 5 anonymous questions sent in from readers to my FormSpring account, formspring.me/Jozen. You send in a question about love, sex, dating, relationships, maybe a personal question about me based on the post that you read at untilagetmarried.com, and it doesn't reveal your name. I don't know who sent it. I don't know your address. If that doesn't work, you could always hit me at feedback@untilagetmarried.com. There I give you the courtesy of still keeping your question anonymous and not revealing your identity. You can listen to the audio version of the podcast. The video version is found at youtube.com/untilagetmarried, where you can also subscribe. So I would encourage all of you to subscribe to the Poppin Questions Podcast. So we're going to get right here into the first question before we get into the other 4 questions. I'm probably going to go ahead and make my way over to a bench because I'm tired of standing already. But let's go ahead and let's get right into this question. The first question comes from a guy who says that after a heavy breakup of 4 years with his ex-girlfriend, he took some time to focus on himself and worked on his career, fitness, getting in shape and stuff like that, and also a little bit of his self-confidence. But, he says, I don't feel I lack confidence, although I still find it tough sparking up conversations with women on nights out. Is there any advice on icebreakers? Glad you asked that question. I'm going to give you the icebreaker that I use all the time. It works about 70% of the time, and when I say it works, I mean it gets a conversation going, okay? So, basically, you're at a bar, you're at a club, you're out somewhere, you're at a barbecue, whatever it is, and you see a young lady and you want to go ahead and you want to strike up a conversation. What you have to do is you might have to start off cold. Now, sometimes you can find a way to be in her area, overhear a part of her conversation, maybe get in that way, or just kind of like just nudge up against her. Don't push up on her, just nudge up against her. Just finding a reason to talk oftentimes because you're in the same area, even if it's, you're sitting right by the napkins and she needs a napkin and she's going to ask you, can you pass a napkin? So that's one way. You can go ahead, you can get into her area, not her personal space, but in her area a little bit, and find a way to find an opportunity to strike up a conversation there. But if that doesn't work, here is a line that I tell every guy to use. Walk up to her, kind of look her up and down real quick, make eye contact with her, and say, was that your first choice? Point to her outfit and say, was that your first choice? Now, I know this may seem crazy and everything like that, but trust me, 70% of the time, conversations have come. Because every woman's outfit has a story, okay? Even if that story just started that night, all right? If it's her first choice, you can go ahead and ask the follow-up question. Well, why is that your first choice? Did you just buy it today? Blah, 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 things like that. Second choice, well, what happened in the first choice? Or is this your casual outfit? But the important thing that it does is it gets her talking about herself. And I'm not saying all women love clothes and all women put that much thought, but it also shows that you paid attention to her outfit. Now, you could pick a bracelet or some unusual, like, piercing or something like that. You could also pick that, but the whole outfit is usually the way that I go.